Hey there, Kay White with Girls in Finance. Today is day 27. Actually, yeah, it is. It's day 27 of our 31 going live challenge. And I am going to do a quick video because it's already late here. And I think we'll pick up where we left off yesterday. Over the last couple of days, we've just been talking about creating AI art and how you can use it with different products. And I had started working on a journal and added some of the AI art that I created to the journal. And today, I think we'll look at a journal cover. Give me just a second. Let me pull that up so that I can show you and convert over. Hold on just a second. And here we are. Let me convert over so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, let's go into Canva and just kind of pick up where we left off. So I started out with these great images, and let me just kind of show you where the images are. You see them on the left here, or it might be right on your screen. But I started out with these beautiful images that were generated in ChatGPT version 4.0 and the art creation tool DALL-E. And from there, I'm going to scroll down so you can kind of see the images here. So from there, after creating the images, I separated the images from the original image. You can see if I pull this out, how that moves around. That's the original image. And so I separated it from the original image, and I created just individual images. I took each one of the ladies in this original image and I added them to a page. And so as I scroll down, you can see each image. And one of the things that I decided to do was to make the image a little bit transparent. I faded the color in the image, in other words. And I continued to do that. I just thought it showed a little bit better than having the full color shown. And I really like the way these turned out and how they look. And we can play around with all of this some more. But the primary thing I want to do today is to look at the cover. Now, these covers are covers that I found inside of Canva, and I liked the backgrounds. For example, I really like rustic type vintage colors, and this is what this represents to me. I like that style, but also I decided to look at this particular background. I thought it was pretty nice too. So this isn't the original background that I started with. I actually went into backgrounds. Let me scroll down so you can see I went into backgrounds here and just searched for an image and settled on this one as the background for this image. It just kind of looks like these ladies are just world travelers and they're out and about, even though if you look at the image itself, it kind of looks like it's over the Grand Canyon or something. But I love the background, the sky, and the way the moon, or just it's like it's just starting to get dark, I guess. And I love that background, so that's why I went with that background. However, I thought about it. Why don't we just test and see what Chat GPT, the DALL-E art program, will come up with if we go over and use it? And let's test that. See if we ask for help with creating an image for our cover, what it might come up with. And so scroll down. I'm just kind of looking for where I left off with creating the images. And it might be here, but we'll just go in here and just check it out real quick and see. I'm just kind of waiting for this to come up, and we'll see what type of image we can create. I'm noticing that actually the art creation and the rendering of the art has been a little bit slow. I think it's because of this holiday weekend. I guess there's so many people using the system, so I don't know what we might get today. And hopefully it'll be a little bit better. But let me go ahead and hide this. But I'm going to just go into here and ask for a travel image. And again, I start by just asking a simple request, and then based on what I receive from that, I might expand the request and go into more detail. But I'm going to start there and just see what we get. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to say I'm creating. Let me start with I'm creating a travel journal with pages using the images you provided above. I would like your assistance with creating a journal cover. I'm going to say a travel journal cover to complement the images, complement these images. Yes, we'll say that. Okay, I'm creating a travel journal with pages using the images you provided above. And then I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to kind of define this a little bit more. I'm creating a travel journal with pages using the images you provided above. So I've already mentioned that these images were used on the pages. And so I would like your assistance with creating a travel journal cover to complement these images. Let's start right here and just see what we get from this. I like to just start somewhere and then go from there. So that's what we'll do here. Okay, and again, it's been running a little bit slow. Hopefully we won't have an issue, and it will go ahead and create some type of cover image that we might be able to use. So let's see how this works out. Okay, looks like it's having some progress here, and in fact, look like now it's trying to render two different images. And while it's doing that, let me go back in here and look at Canva real quick and just kind of see how we might use an image. I like what we have so far. To me, these all look really nice. So I definitely want to keep these in place. I might actually, yeah, I think I was kind of zigzagging, putting these images on different sides of the page. You'll notice above the other one prior to this is on the left side, so I'm putting that one on the right, and then I'm going to take this one over to the left. And let's see. And then that one stays on the right, and then this one is on the left. Okay, so I like these. Okay, so now, and as I create this cover page, one thing for me to keep in mind is, do I want to add maybe a vintage rose style that I can possibly lower the transparency on so it dulls it a little bit, kind of like this page? But we'll see. Let's see what ChatGPT has come up with. Has it progressed any? And it looks like it is still running slow. So, hmm. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this and reload and see if it will go ahead and bring forth an image. Sometimes it'll render pretty quickly when it gets hung up and stops like it did. So let's see. So we know that it has delivered the images. Let's wait for them to appear. Hopefully they will appear soon. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. I kind of like these. These are a little bit busier than I anticipated. I didn't even really want images on it, so I could actually say that. But I like the attempt though, the effort. Effort is real great, actually. I love these the models that are shown on these images. The background is a little bit busier than what I had in mind. So let's see. I'm going to say, I'm going to go for simplicity. So I'm going to say something like, hold on, looks like it's, okay, I'm going to refresh this. Give it a second. Let's see. And my Wi-Fi here isn't as strong as it would be at my house. I'm at my mom's. But let's see what happens. And I'm going to think about what I want to type in for my image. I'm going to say, these are nice. However, I would like to create, I would like you to help with creating a more simplistic background image for my book cover. I want to say, sometimes it's hard to get it to understand when you say without, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to stop the period and then say, I prefer to have this image without a model on the cover. Let's say these are nice. However, I would like you to help with creating a more simplistic background image for my book cover. I prefer to have this image without a model on the cover. And let's see what it gives us. And also I'm going to say, I'm going to say, please only include a few travel elements Let's see what happens. It may or may not create the image the way that I want it, but let's give it a try here and see what happens. And it's just running so slow. I'm so tempted to refresh, but I'll hold off a minute and just see what happens. Scroll back up so I can look at this. I do like the attire, the clothing, all of that is consistent with the previous requests I've made for clothing for these images for the summer. And I'm looking at this trying to determine if there's anything else I want to add to this. I have about 10 pages to go along with the cover. I really think that is enough for what I need. I'm thinking that if someone is looking to purchase a digital travel journal, then they can actually repeat some of the pages. And I think I have enough pages of the model that once you get to the 11th, it's okay to then at that point repeat. So I think we have a good enough count on the number of pages. And let's go back over here and see if anything has been produced. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing anything here. So let's see. Okay, looks like it's waking up here. And again, on a holiday weekend, I haven't experienced it being quite this slow. So that's why I'm thinking it's because it's a holiday weekend. And it's just processing really, really slow because there's a large number of people likely using the system. So otherwise, I don't know why. Or it could be that because I'm running StreamYard too, that might be having an impact. So let's see. Go ahead and exit out of this again. This is just a little trick when it does that. If it gives you the option to wait or exit out, I usually will exit out and it will go ahead and render the art that I'm looking for. So here we see that it's returned and it has rendered something. So we'll just wait. There we go. See, those are dull. These are certainly not what I'm looking for, and that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted you to see what you might get if you use a tool like DALL-E 3, an art generation tool, to create your covers. And to me, it's just not upscale enough for what I would want. So I probably would ask ChatGPT, DALL-E to create something more upscale and then use that versus we could just use what we already have or even something similar. We could create our own cover. And let's see. Kind of like this. We could take this rustic background here, or we could go back over here and go into elements and just look for a different cover. That's another option that we have. And so I'm gonna go to here book cover and just see what comes up. You see, it gives us all kind of book covers. Let's search through here and see. Let's see. This one says book background. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go back out of this and just search book cover and see what comes up and see if it gives us anything that we can actually work with. Okay, let's see. I'm going to open this up and just kind of scroll down and see if I like any covers. Not really. I right now I'm liking what I already have. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try, let's see, vintage, book cover vintage style. I'll just leave it like this. Okay, so it's giving me, still not giving me exactly what I want. I want a flat image like what I have here that I can work with in terms of adding elements to the actual book, its cover itself. And so all of these are a little different from what I had in mind. You could do something like that. That's possibly an option. Let me go ahead and go ahead and do something like this and just see. Yeah, see that's and still not exactly. I want a template, and so let me see. Um, you see here where it says frame and mockup. Just click on mockup. See, this would be actually a good one here. We could use something like this and take this all the way out, and it's showing the spine here. Or you could use something like a spiral. In fact, I think I like the spiral. I like the spiral look, so I would probably use it. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. And so then once I had this in place, I would, let me go and click on this. Yeah. Okay. Try to see if I can get rid of that. But I would do something like this. And if you don't like this as much, I'm trying to move it over. There we go. So we can have all the spirals in here. But if you wanted to do something else, there's additional options down here. So you could certainly try another style. I think I'm going to ditch that. Hold on. And come back up here. And then try a different style. And actually still giving me that same. I'm trying to get rid of these little like check boxes over here on the side. But there's plenty in here that you could play around with. And you could add certainly your own elements. And so you would go into elements again, and this time you would search travel and just see what comes up. See how it gives you all these little different graphics that you can use for your book covers. It gives you the plane. You could just pull some of this stuff over here. For example, you might want to put a plane right there. And then you could put your passport tickets, take them, and kind of put them, you want to put them where they can kind of be seen. And then you could, this one has the plane over the passport tickets, but you could go on and so forth with what you have. You could use this little feature here that says travel, and then you could add journal below it, something like that. You could put some text in here and just say journal, something like that. There's so many possibilities, and if you wanted to put some of the models on here that we had before, you can do that as well. You could take either one of these models. I'm going to go ahead and add this one and shrink it down a little bit and put it in the center, and then put them on a white background. So you see how the background looks right now? You could actually take this background and do a couple of things. You could expand it if you wanted the models to show across. Let me move these elements up. If you wanted the models to show from one end to the other, or if you preferred that they were smaller, you could actually click on the image and go into edit, and then go into, you could grab all the models and pull them off. And actually, it's when I do this, I forgot I'm going to have to brush over each one that I want. So this is not the option that I want. Instead of doing that, let's go ahead and remove the background. So if you remove the background, you see how quickly it got rid of the background on that. So now it looks like they're actually immersed into the image itself. And so then you could move again these elements down and around. You could take the plane and move it down. You could take journal and put it up here. And I kind of sort of like this now. Now to me this is looking pretty decent. I would probably do something like that. I like that as a cover image. We could change travel and make it a different font, a different style. Okay, if we go into elements, or we might even actually find another element that says travel. And I think I see one down here. Let's see what this one says, another text element. And so what I probably would do is take travel out of here, and then we could take time to travel and put it up here, and then leave journal or do something. You could center it if you want time to travel journal, or you could bring journal down here and move the plane up some and move the passport tickets up and do something like that. What do you think of that? I don't know. I don't like the journal. Maybe if I change the color of the journal, I might like it a little bit more. So let's try another color. Let's see if we change. Yeah, I like that better. That's okay. Yeah. Or you could take it out completely and just move these elements down and make this time to travel larger, which you could just expand it out. Now I kind of like this. I do. I like this pretty well. Yeah. It's a little busy to me, so I probably would possibly just, since this little passport image has airplanes on it, I probably would take it out and just try to find a passport image without the planes on it and see. Oh, and I like this too. This would be another element. So actually, when you start working with elements, you would probably are going to find, I should say, I kind of sort of like that. I kind of sort of like that. I like this element travel time on the post. Travel in one direction, time going in the other direction. I kind of sort of like those. And it goes on and on. There's just so much that you could do. You could bring the luggage over here and put it down here with the ladies, or you could leave it up here and do something like that. So there are lots of options for you to consider. Okay, look at that. Yeah, there are a lot of options for you to consider. I think all of these are really cute. So you can make your travel cover any way you like. And so we have, actually, I was going to say three, but I really didn't develop this one. We do have the vintage flower look, which I do like that style sometimes. Depends on how it's used. I like it down here in this cover in this journal page. So I do like it down there. I'm not crazy about it up here, but you can, again, you can always play around with your elements. Maybe if we change the color or change the font of this and went more with the rose. Now, see, I like that better already. I kind of like that dark daily, and then the journal a different color. You could change daily, make it the same color, and see how you like that. Okay, I like that. That's cute. And so we have three different covers that we could use. Some of them will actually, the first two actually were templates inside of Canva. We attempted to create another unique journal over here with ChatGPT. That just did not work out. Um, see, these look so dated. I don't like that. I would prefer to just create my own. Now, I could get descriptive and tell ChatGPT exactly what I want to go on the cover of the travel journal. I could certainly do that, and maybe I would get a little bit better quality cover. But I won't do that tonight. I'm gonna stop here, I believe. I like all of these. I think I like my original one best. This this wasn't the original. This was the second to original, but I think I like this one best because it has the models that we're using on the pages directly in the cover itself, and then it has some travel elements included. And on top of that, it has this nice font that I like, that kind of complements the cover itself. And so I believe that's all that I have for you today. I wanted to just demonstrate again how you could make a journal cover to complement what we already worked on previously earlier in the week. And so I'm going to go ahead and end. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial, and I will see you another time. And let me get back full screen. This has been Kay White, and this has been fun. I'm enjoying talking AI art with you and showing you all the creative ways that you can use AI art in your business. And that's it for tonight. I'm getting sleepy. Okay, take care and have a great rest of the night. And we'll talk tomorrow. Again, this is part of our 31 days of going live in May. And we'll continue, so don't worry. I have a lot of information to share with you. Okay, take care.